Welcome back to this Moneycontrol live stream. You're watching Closing Bell with me, Nandita Khemka.
And hello there, I'm Yatin Mota.
Well, Yatin, another day, another new high, although we came off from the day's high after hitting that 24,400 mark. But still, it is a record close for the market.
Correct.
Because the Nifty has shut shop above that 24,300 mark for the first time ever. And so has the Sensex. It has shut shop above that crucial 80,000 mark. The broader end of the markets were also in fine fettle, with both the Nifty mid and small cap indices gaining in excess of 0.5% or thereabouts. Yatin, just about, in fact, exactly about a month ago, that was the election verdict day, we saw a 6,000 point cut on the Nifty, and today, cut to today, after exactly 1 month later, we are looking at record levels, 24,400, 24,500, just about 100 point away, right? I mean, looking at the close, it's not 100 point away, but we have clocked that 24,400 mark. But if you look at the sectoral movers, IT resumed its uptrend today after a breather yesterday. Pharma was also doing well today. What didn't do well was the FMCG pack, as well as the metal pack. It came off its session highs and ended the day in the red. Aside of that, the Nifty Bank index as well hit a fresh high. However, it didn't really manage to shut shop around those levels, ended the day marginally in the red. In terms of individual movers on the Nifty, HCL Tech, ICICI Bank, Tata Motors and Infosys, these were the top movers. On the flip side, HDFC Bank, after yesterday's Upmove, came under pressure today, and so did Bajaj Finance. Despite, good first quarter update coming in from Bajaj Finance, we saw the stock in the red. Aside of that, some of the other counters that were in the red included the likes of L&T. But Yatin, shipbuilders, there's no stopping these stocks. GRSE, Yatin, a month ago, it has doubled, exactly doubled from a month ago.
Really? The entire defense pack, especially those shipbuilding and shipyard companies, have been doing well. You spoke about GRSE, but remember Mazgaon Dock, the stock has moved over 20 times from its IPO price, and today hit 1 lakh crore mark in terms of market capitalization. Stock was up 20%, and 5,600 rupees is where the stock is now trading at. What a dreamer it has been. If you look at the stock on a 1 year basis, it has almost trebled, so 3 times is where, the levels are for Mazgaon Dock. If you look at the, shorter term picture, the stock is up nearly 110%, on a 1 month basis, and on a 3 month basis, almost, 150% coming in for that stock. So, strong returns for all of these shipbuilders, be it GRSE, be it Mazgaon Dock. All of these stocks have done phenomenally well. Kochi Shipyard also, not to mention, has been doing well. Obviously, thanks to the government's Make in India program, technology transfer, and foreign collaborations in terms of ship repair facilities being developed by Indian shipyard companies. So a lot of levers for earnings, and a lot of investor interest. And there you go, 1 lakh crore market cap for Mazgaon Dock.
That's correct, Yatin. And the broader markets continues to see action. Lot of stocks were high flyers today. Even Honasa, for that matter, that stock rallied somewhere about 8% or thereabouts. Don't know whether it's a fresh up move on the stock or what, but it was seeing a lot of action today. Right. But on that note, Yatin, let's take a look at the stocks that are on our radar this afternoon. Starting with Lupin, of course, 8% uptick. And why not? Because it has earned itself a double upgrade from Kotak Institutional, right? It has been double upgraded to add from sell by Kotak Institutional. Target price has been raised to 1,805 rupees from 1,400 rupees, which implies a 10% up move from yesterday's close price. 8% I think has already happened today. Why has Kotak Institutional really upgraded the stock? Well, that's because the US sales, Kotak believes that US sales may surprise in FY25 and FY26 when it comes to Lupin. Remember, in fourth quarter, it had seen a marginal uptick in US sales compared to the previous quarter. But now Kotak believes that despite factoring in weak sales for albuterol, that is a respiratory drug, over the next 2 years, FY25 and FY26, US sales are poised to surprise because of the slew of products that are lined up for launch. These launches would also limit the some bit of dip that it could see in FY25, FY27 rather, after strong FY26. For FY25 to FY27, the EPS estimates have been raised by 3 to 16%. FY25 is now EPS is now 6% higher than what it was previously, and for FY26 the EPS is 13% higher than what the street was estimating. Looking at the stock of Lupin, it is up almost 10% in the last 1 month, but in the last 1 year the stock has gone up by 90%. Yatin, and if you look at valuation wise, the stock is a bit expensive compared to the likes of Dr. Reddy's, Cipla and Sun, but given the fact that there's so much optimism over US sales, plus the management during the fourth quarter had also mentioned that they are hoping to maintain 20% plus margins. So these are some of the factors that have come at play and have kind of revived the earnings outlook for Lupin, which is why the stock was up and about, and let's see whether the party lasts or not when it comes to Lupin.
Absolutely, and Lupin stock, if you look at the year-to-date performance, 30% plus returns for that stock. So good going for the pharma names. In general, it was a good day for pharma stocks. But from pharma to Polycab, and this is one stock wherein a lot of concerns were there after the income tax searches at the premises, wherein the stock gave an opportunity to investors to probably look at it. From those lows, the stock has given strong returns. In fact, now Morgan Stanley is overweight on Polycab with a target of 7310, and the management is optimistic about the growth of its cables and wire business. And remember, the cable and wire business has been seeing disproportionate demand. Number one, the smaller wires, real estate is one factor, because a lot of spending is happening on the housing front. So obviously, when it comes to electrification, Polycab does work well in terms of the demand outlook. And also, if you look at the power projects, the heavy cables business is also doing well for this company. Now, why the street is probably giving it a higher valuation? Because of its FMEG business, which is a fast moving electrical goods business, from geysers to fans to a lot of other products. Polycab has been looking to enter in the market quite aggressively. It already has a decent amount of distribution reach, and with FMEG business showing the growth prospects, probably it moves the valuation needle higher for companies like Polycab. Recently, the promoters sold their stake around the 6600 level, and after that the stock hasn't seen much of an upside given the fact that it is now trading in a range. But yes, Morgan Stanley does believe that from the current level the stock can see an upside of nearly 10%, and the export market also could be higher from here on in terms of the contribution, according to Morgan Stanley.
Right, Polycab ended, I think, flat, but no one, I mean, there's no disputing the fact that it is a mid-cap poster boy, and cables and wires segment, of course, a leader in that segment, so to say, right. But the other stock that's in focus is a skincare stock, right, Kaya. That stock is in focus because it has struck an exclusive collaboration with Marico for the market to handle marketing sales for Kaya products outside of its clinics. The stock was locked in upper circuit, 10% higher today. Of course, right now Kaya products are available at 70 plus Kaya clinics across the country, as well as some e-commerce marketplaces. But with this pact, the deal will unlock the growth potential of Kaya, the brand itself, because it will actually enhance the presence across markets and channels. The collaboration, of course, will aim to leverage the expertise and capabilities of both the brands, right, Marico and Kaya. But the problem is that we don't really know the commercial details of the pact. That is something that will really have to watch out for. But Kaya brand per se, it has a lot of specialized skin products, including sun protection, brightening, acne, and the likes. But the problem is that the reach is limited, as I mentioned, 70 plus Kaya clinics as well as e-commerce marketplaces. But now, of course, we are looking at deeper reach and distribution as well because of this pact. Kaya itself has a market capitalization of 655 crore rupees, and 60% of the company is owned by promoters. But today's move is the best move in since 2021 for the stock. So yeah, let's see how this deal really plays out. But for now, Kaya, 10% kind of up move coming in on that stock, Yatin.
Absolutely, and the exclusive tie-up with Marico clearly helping the stock, a group company helping group company, and the distribution reach. Obviously, we know that Marico has a bigger reach. That will probably help Kaya penetrate its products in a better way. 10% up for that stock in the trade today.
Well, I think that sums up all the stocks that were on our radar this afternoon. But Yatin, are you going for the parade today from Vangat to, from Nariman Point to Wankhede? The champions are back in the country, and they met the Prime Minister as well.
Yeah.
And today, of course, there'll be that whole celebration that's happening. And mind you, Captain Rohit Sharma has invited all the fans to come
Absolutely.
and celebrate this, this momentous win that India has, clocked, of course, in the T20 World Cup. Are you going?
I'm not going, but I'll send you instead of me. Probably you'll enjoy the traffic as well as the crowd.
Of course, I will.
everything.
I will enjoy looking at our cricketers celebrate and all the fans as well. Participating in the celebrations. But of course, you guys stay tuned to Money Control. We have come to the end of the show. We'll come back with the markets tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Don't forget to tune in. But for now, it's a goodbye from me and Yatin. Stay tuned to Money Control for all your other news and updates.